exam question, I'm going to show you how to use a stem and leaf diagram to work out the median, mode, and then the range. So in this question, it says that the stem and leaf diagram shows the number of hours that each of 16 students studied last week. Here's the key, 1-2 represents 12 hours. So if we look at the first student here, this student, 1-2, spent 12 hours studying last week. And if we look at the last student, this one here, 4-7, just means that that student spent 47 hours studying last week. So let's start by working out the median. Now the median is always the middle value in a set of data when the data is organised from smallest to largest, which it already is in the stem and leaf diagram. In this question, there are 16 students altogether. Now, 16 is an even number, which means there are 2 middle values in the data. Okay, so to work out what these middle values are, I'm going to take the number 16 and divide by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So one of the middle values is the 8th student. And remember, I said whenever this is an even number, okay, so 16 is an even number, there are 2 middle values. So the 8th student is one of the middle values and the 9th student is the second. So I'm just going to count in the stem and leaf diagram until I find out where those 2 middle values are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 8th student here spent 27 hours studying last week. And the next one, the 9th student here, spent 29 hours studying last week. Okay, so I've got the 2 middle values. Now, to work out the median, I need to work out the middle of those 2 values. So the middle of 27 and 29, hopefully you can just see, is 28. So the median is 28 hours in this question. Now, if you had a harder question and it wasn't so easy to spot that it was just 28 in the middle of those 2 values, what you can do is just work out the mean of those 2 values. So you would add them together and divide by 2, and that would give you the 28 that you need, okay? On to the mode. So the mode is the most frequent value in the set of data. Now, if we look at the stem and leaf diagram here, I can see that one of the numbers has occurred more than once. This one here, can you see there are 2 consecutive ones? So this means 21 hours and so does this one. So it's the only value that's being repeated. So the mode has to be 21 hours. Now, to calculate the range, we have to find the highest value and subtract the lowest. Now, the highest value in a stem and leaf diagram is always the last value, the one at the end here. So this is 47 hours. Then I need to subtract the smallest one, and the smallest one is always the first value in the stem and leaf diagram, so this one at the top, 12 hours. So if I subtract 12 from 47, I get 35, so the range is 35 hours. In the next question, it says the stem and leaf diagram shows the age in years of each of 15 women. So here's the stem and leaf diagram, and the key says that 3-1 represents 31 years. So in the first part, it asks us to work out the modal age. Now, modal is just the same thing as mode, so we're looking for the most frequent value in our set of data. Hopefully you can see that one of those numbers has been repeated. Okay, this one here, and it's the only value that occurs more than once. Okay, so this number here is 41, this is 41, so the modal age is 41 years. For the median age, remember the median is the middle value when the data is ordered from smallest to largest, which it already is, and in this question there are 15 women. Now, since 15 is an odd number, we know that there's only one middle value. So we need to work out where that middle value is. And how to do that is to take the number 15, add 1 and divide by 2. Okay, so you always do that when it's an odd amount of numbers like in this question. So 15 plus 1 is 16. If I divide that by 2, I get 8. So I'm looking for the 8th woman, okay? That 8th value will be the median age. So I'm going to start counting from the beginning of the stem and leaf diagram until I get to the 8th value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's this one here, which is 43. So the median age is 43 years. For the next one, it says, work out the percentage of women that are older than 51 years. So first of all, I want to count how many values are over 51. So I can see here, this is the number 52, 53, and then 58. All of these numbers are over 51. So there are 3 women out of a total of 15 that are over the age of 51. Okay, I'm just going to write that fraction down here. Now, to turn a fraction into a percentage, you have to multiply by 100. And when you work that out, you should get 20. So the percentage of women that are older than 51 years is 21%.